Talk about type 2. With type 2 diabetes, the basic characteristics, epidemiology, usually later in life, greater than 30, these patients will be obese as far as you're concerned, and a major genetic family history component. Here, the pathophys that you want to know for sure, priority, would be the fact that the insulin receptors are resistant. Do you remember those insulin receptors with two beta subunits with autophosphorylation tyrosine kinase? Somewhere in that apparatus of the membrane, the insulin receptor isn't working. Where's my glucose? Decreased peripheral glucose uptake, resulting in hyperglycemia. The beta cell dysfunction is quite interesting. Let me walk you through this. So initially, the patient becomes obese. Okay, gradually. You don't become obese overnight. As you go on to become obese, the insulin receptors are working less and less and less, which means that now the patient is increasing their glucose step by step over time. In type 2 diabetes, it's still possible that you have insulin in your pancreas, correct? Yes. Therefore, with that hyperglycemia, early on, do you think that your patient with type 2 diabetes might have hyperinsulinemia? Yeah. A lot of research, mind you, with this, because that hyperinsulinemia can actually wreak havoc up and down the body. For example, take a look at the armpits of a patient with type 2 diabetes or the back of the neck of type 2 diabetes, and you notice there's a darkening of the skin. Nigra means dark. Acanthosis means thickening. Thickening of the keratinocytes, therefore giving you the presentation of dark skin underneath the armpits and maybe the back of the neck. Maybe the insulin. In fact, there's a lot of evidence out there that increased insulin early on in type 2 diabetes may then cause this. Perhaps even the atherosclerosis, maybe even the hypertension. Insulin level increased? Now do you understand this? If you did not follow my discussion just now, this becomes rather difficult. Early on, you can have increased levels of insulin. But at some point in time, what happens? Well, with the pancreas, you might exhaust all levels of insulin. What's your first step of management? Discipline, lifestyle modification, exercise, watch your diet. If that doesn't work, patient's non-compliant, then you start thinking about oral hypoglycemic drugs. Worst case scenario, insulin. Complications. Ketoacidosis is rare, but can occur after stress, such as surgery. Type 2 diabetes. The more common hyperglycemic emergency in type 2 diabetes is a hyperosmolar hyperglycemic state, which can develop more insidiously. Pathology, a couple important things here. Fibrosis and hyalinization. Fibrosis and hyalinization. Fibrosis might be found in the pancreas. You can have an amyloid that we'll talk about in a little bit called amylin. And if you're thinking about type 2 diabetes, and you're referring to what's known as arteriolosclerosis. Arteriolosclerosis. There are two kinds, remember? Are you putting things together? Hyalin arteriolosclerosis, hyperplastic arteriolosclerosis. Which one is it that you find in type 2 diabetes and hypertension? Hyalin arteriolosclerosis. Non-conventional type 2 diabetes, similar to type 2, occurs in the young, increasing in frequency. Meaning to say that as we gain better understanding of diabetes mellitus, we actually find this as being an increasing type of diagnosis. Genetically inherited, this is important. If it's one thing that you want to take out of this, sometimes referred to as being MODY. MODY stands for maturity onset of diabetes in the young. MODY. Usually a genetic proponent, may usually develop type 2 diabetes. However, this is a heterogeneous disorder, and depending on the underlying genetic cause, patients may present similar to type 1. So therefore, do not confuse this with type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes, young patient, autoimmune destruction of the pancreatic islet cells. Type 1 diabetic, insulin is not going to be present. You're worried about hyperglycemia. Your only method of treatment would be to give insulin. Here, however, glucokinase could be a problem. Remember glucokinase? One of the first enzymes in the glycolytic pathway, not the rate-limiting enzyme, but the first enzyme. So if glucokinase is not present, then what happens? May result in hyperglycemia, non-conventional, and may then go on to develop type 2 diabetes. This is not present at all in type 1. Could be insulin molecule production or secretion issues. But the big one that you want to take out of this is the first bullet point with glucokinase, non-conventional.